If someone asked you today what blockchain technology is, would you be able to tell them in a way that they could understand? If not, what I'm going to do in this video is try to break down exactly what blockchain technology is, why it's important, and why it's literally taking over the world of finance. As we all know, the world of finance runs on trust. And in today's day and age, that trust system looks like I pick a bank that I put my money in, they hold it for me, and they also give me access to a world of purchases via the internet. Now, banks really like this system because they get to take your money, turn it for a small profit in reinvestments, and they get a small portion of proceeds every single time you make a transaction on the web. But what if you could create a process that is trustworthy and keeps people accountable while removing the middleman altogether? Introduce blockchain technology. Now, blockchain you can kind of think of like a shared journal where everybody who enters into the blockchain gets a journal for themselves, and every time a transaction happens, that transaction is transmitted out to all the other journals to be written down and recorded. So the chain of journals on the internet is actually what's keeping everything verified and trustworthy. Now add on to this a layer of cryptography, which is the backbone security feature for cryptocurrency. And you'll find with coins such as Bitcoin, there has literally never been a hack of the blockchain technology itself. Well, if you think about it, this is a lot better than credit cards and debit cards, because on a credit card or debit card, I might only need an RFID scanner and to get close to somebody to steal their numbers. Or I literally just have to get a handful of numbers and maybe a CVC code and an expiration date to be able to steal their money. Now, most people are familiar with crypto in terms of money and money transactions, but we can take it a step further with what's called tokenization, where let's say I'm a home builder and I'm building a house for Jim. Well, if Jim's paying cash, instead of going through the whole legal process of going to an attorney's office to sign off on documents, if we use blockchain technology, which is already proven to be a very secure system, then I could literally just hand the keys off to Jim and tokenize or create in that journal that we talked about a transaction that says, I gave XYZ house to Jim. But it doesn't even have to stop there. We could think of it in terms of equities. So if you're a big company and you're selling shares of Tesla, let's say, well, instead of actually selling these shares themselves, what you could do is tokenize or put in the ledger or in the journal that you have these shares of Tesla. Then people could come along, they could purchase those off of you, which would be written down in everybody's collective journal that this happened. And while the shares themselves don't actually transfer, as long as the company still holds them, the rights of those are actually then passed on to the buyer.